does everybody know what time it is?
Shark
Shark
time.
time.
That's right. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Shark Time. But before I get going, if I can make a brief announcement about text messaging, I don't like receiving text messages while I'm on stage. I find it really distracting. So if you send me one, I won't receive it until after the show because I have it in the off
Stop
position.
DMing him,
Allspace has been nice enough to give
Joseph.
us that feature,
Stop
and
DMing him.
I make good use of it. If you do text me during the show, I can get back to you afterwards. However, the best way to reach us really is by joining our Discord, and you'll find the address on this beam directly below me right here. Hopefully, I'm in the right spot. And all you have to do is take a picture of this, and it will be available on the Allspace website for you to get it off of there. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down because writing things down in VR is extremely difficult. So all you have to do is take a picture of that with your camera. Now, I've hosted over 800 events in Allspace, and in that time, the question I get asked pretty much every day is, why are we here? Hear it all the time. What's this all about? Why are we here? What's going on? All right. So I like to keep these three little words on the bottom right below my podium to motivate me, to let us all know about our higher purpose. All right. And I like to begin by asking the audience that question, just with those three little words. Why are we here, everybody? Let's hear it. Chant it.
Feed
To
a
feed a
shark.
Feed a
shark.
shark.
Feed
To
a
feed
shark.
a shark.
Feed
To
a
feed
shark.
a shark.
Feed
There's the
a
music,
shark.
everybody. To feed
Feed
a
a
shark.
shark.
To
Feed
feed.
a
Oh, that's
shark.
beautiful. Very nice. And in order to feed a shark, we're going to need a shark, and that's why we have Melvin, Buster, and Fang here to help us out tonight. With that. But it's not enough to expect you to help me feed a shark. You need some motivation, right? You need some incentive, and we have that for you too. If you look out in the lobby, you're going to see that we have all these signs up, and one of these signs is a picture of a 12-piece world building kit. So if you're new to world building or you've been feeling the hit about all the lost kits that we've had in Altspace recently, this is a great way to get a world building kit. It's got 12 pieces. It's basically an aquarium with all the different pieces you need to fill it. So, and everyone's going to decorate it a little bit differently. So you're going to have it so that each aquarium is a little bit unique. And and it's cool. We like it. And so far, we've given away a few hundred of these. And so we're pretty psyched about that. But we are going to be getting a new world building kit. So if you haven't had a chance to win this one yet, try to get it because we're going to be switching out kits very soon as we get the rest of the set upgraded. We're doing lots of work in here, and we do invite you to check back often because we do make a lot of changes. Now, if you'd like to be a volunteer on today's show, the way this is going to work is you are going to see in your lower right a raise hand button is going to appear as if by magic. It's true. That's what passes for magic in VR right there. And all you have to do is just press that raise hand button. It'll turn blue and you'll be ready to go. We ask that you need to be able to have your microphone open if you're going to come up on stage. We are going to be able to need to hear you talk. And yes, we got 4 people on there already. While we wait for that to fill up a little more because we do like to have a little variety. If I could draw your attention to your microphone icon at the very top of your menu wheel, if that's clear, we can hear you and everything that's happening in your environment, right? And I mean everything. And usually that's a good thing. I like being able to hear you laugh. I like being able to interact with all of you. But sometimes you might have some feedback noise, or maybe you're standing directly under our YouTube camera and you're going like that. And then a couple minutes go by and you go again. And if that should happen, one of my moderators or my producer might reach out and turn your microphone red. Right? Don't be offended if that happens. You might have some background noise that you're not aware of. And if it does happen, please remember that you have that pink cheeked smiley face in your menu wheel that you can use to express yourself. It offers you a wide variety of options. But if I could, I would like to reserve this one if I can, because it's a giant hand. That's why. It's a giant hand. It's very distracting. All right. So if you need to get my attention, if something's gone wrong, that's a really great way to let me know. All right. Also, you may have noticed that we have closed captioning available for this month. We have it throughout the month of November. We are going to try to get it for December also because we found it to be very useful. If you have any hearing issues or if you're experiencing any of the many audio issues that they have in Allspace, this is a great way to get past that. Now, it's not 100% accurate yet, but it is actually pretty good. So it can help you follow along, especially if English isn't your first language. They do have other languages available, which is kind of cool. It's like my own personal universal translator unit type thing going on there. If I could risk the copyright infringement, because that's probably somebody's intellectual property. I'm not going to say who, but I think it is. Some place where where no person has ever gone before. Something like that. All right, everybody. Well, I'm getting dangerously close to that intellectual property thing. So what we're going to do now is let's have a look at our menu. You guys hungry? Let's see here. You want to hear tonight's specials, Melvin, Buster, and Fang? Let's see who we have on the menu here. Ooh, we got 6 people so far. That's good. Now I can see that Moby, you're super eager to be on the show. Would you like to be on the show, Moby?
I've never been, and I would really.
Yeah, well, I don't still think you have. You throughout my whole introduction, you've been going like this. You've been ready to go. So I think we're going to have you up here. So let's get you on. All right, let's see. So we're obviously going to have Moby. Yes, we picked Moby, who's already selected. Come on, Moby. All right, we also have Lori. Lori, are you out there? Lori, where are you? Are you out there?
Hey.
Let me see. All right. We have
This is
Mike
so
the Gun
exciting.
also wants
I
to be
love
on the
this.
show. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
I'm
So if I've called your
excited.
name, please come up to the
Now
stage
he's dancing.
and let's take a moment to let our audience get to know you a little bit. All right. So let's start out with you, Lori. Lori, where are you from?
I'm from England.
You're from England.
Who's
Cool.
Lori?
Very nice. And how long have you been around Altspace for?
A few months. Not too
A few
long.
months. Do you feel that you've had the
Not
full
cool to
Altspace
anyone.
experience?
A sea person.
Maybe.
It is
There's
working
probably
Maybe.
a few things I could
See,
And why have you
experience,
why
but
have you
it's been
chosen to
pretty
go
fun.
out like this? Why have you chosen to go out like
Ooh.
My
this?
I
friends.
don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
Invisible.
You don't know?
Think
Well,
it
that's a
just-
good answer. We like
It's
that.
working.
All right, let's ask Mike the Gun. How long have you been around Altspace for?
Oh, maybe just a few weeks.
Ooh.
Just a few weeks, so
That's
you're
good
still fresh.
news.
But do you feel like you've had the full Altspace experience?
Not yet, but I'm hoping to get it right here.
All right, well, good. You might get it. You might not. We'll see how it goes. Wait, can I
About to
ask where you're
find
from?
UK, England.
UK. Oh, cool. So we got two people from England here today. Okay, we might
All
spark
the
an
best
international
people are.
incident. I see that. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Okay, and so modest
Absolutely.
too. You find that, you know. And Moby, let me ask you, where are you from?
I'm unfortunately from the UK as well, but
Okay. Wait, why unfortunately?
because the weather here sucks, right? The
Okay,
weather
but is this
in
some
the
kind of
morning-
setup? Is this some kind of like an attack? Do I need to notify some kind of embassy or something? You know, or something like that? Well, let me ask you, how long have you been around Altspace for?
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So you're all relatively new. You're all from the same country. This doesn't feel like a strike team at all, does it, people? Okay, interesting. All right, well, let's see how this goes. If you all follow me up here, up this ramp, right up here, you're gonna find up here we
This
have these
one.
3 yellow X's set up for you. Now, what you want to do is pick out a yellow X where you feel comfortable. Make yourself at home because hopefully you're gonna be here for a little while. Here we
I
go.
feel like this is
Right,
like a
everybody.
Roman, like a podium.
This is my ex.
And I wanna be
This
number
is my
one.
Well, I
ex
don't know if
right
it's
here.
Roman, but it is kind of a podium. Yeah, that's true.
So I want to
So
be
if
number
everybody
one.
would,
right
you know,
out of
pick
it.
out an X where they feel comfortable. You don't need to fight over the X. There we go. All right, now let's see. Mike the Gun, let me ask you something here. Do you consent to this?
Oh, I don't know. What am I consenting to? But yeah, sure. Why
You're
not?
consenting basically to play our game. You know, nothing too technical, which is a
Absolutely.
minor formality for our insurance company. We need some kind of verbal agreement.
This means
Okay.
yes. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Well, so you're saying yes that you agree to this, and you realize that's legally binding in all the countries. You know, low Earth orbit, parts of space. There's a
Absolutely.
Mars colony where it's very technical and legal, but it counts. Good.
Yep.
Right. Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right. How about you, Moby? Do you consent to this?
How wide?
I'm not quite sure, but do you consent to this? And I got to remind you, this is a family show.
I consent about 6. Can I?
Okay, again, I'm gonna have to remind you, this is a family show. You agree to play our
consent
game?
This. I
All
consent
right,
to
good,
this.
excellent.
Thank you.
All right, Lori, let me ask you, do you consent to this?
Family show.
Sure, why not?
All right, sure, why not? Yeah, might as well. I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, okay, that's cool. All right, everybody. Now, the way this is going to work is it's all
Now you
the
see
power
all
of
of
our audience is that you get to determine what the future of all space looks like. All right, what kind of people do we want around here? You get to decide that tonight because we're going to gradually eliminate our volunteers until only one remains. All right. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to need to get to know you all a little bit better. Oh, wow, they sound shocked. What did you think was going to happen when you stood above a shark? Really? What did you think was going to happen? There's this thing called gravity. No, we use it. Yeah, it's gonna be okay, Moby. It's gonna be all right. This is why we're here. At any rate, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an effort to get to know our volunteer contestants a little bit better. And the way we do this is by asking them questions. You know, we'll have some fun. There'll be some prizes. We'll have some laughs, and my sharks will get fed. Everybody wins.
What have
All
you
right.
done?
Now, don't
What
worry.
have
There are no right or wrong answers here. There are only those answers that convince our audience which of you deserve to live more than the person next to you. That's it. Pretty easy. Yes. And Moby, since you're so eager, let's start out with you. Are you ready?
No! No!
No? You're not ready. That's too
Look,
bad.
I'm
You did consent to this. You know, you ready for your question?
Yes.
You are. All right. That's good news. That's excellent. All right. Well, let's see here. About 50 million years ago, a wolf-like creature left the land behind and took to the ocean, and they became known eventually as the many varieties of whales that we see in the world around us today. All right. But you may not know this, but whales have a very complicated and complex language and form of communication system. And they tell each other stories and it gets passed on through the ages. And one that comes up an awful lot is about when the time comes when they eventually return to the land. All right. They're planning on coming back. The thing is, given their size, that could be a problem. And we were wondering, Moby, what are you doing to prepare?
I'm gonna be on the edge of the ocean, and I'm just gonna be like,
Well, let me get this straight. A whale the size of the bus comes on the shore, and you're going to be standing there in the face of it, just standing strong, and you're going to be making those sounds because you intend to freak out the whale. It's too weird here. Go
no,
back. No.
it's my way of being friends with it. So I'm just gonna be
It's
like,
your ways of being friendly.
yeah.
Right, but you notice when he came up on the stage, he didn't do that to me. He wasn't acting that way to me. It
Oh no,
wasn't-
because you're not a
I
whale,
see.
bro. You're not a
Oh, I see.
whale.
How do you know?
If he was a whale, then I'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll come
How
up
do
to
you
whoa,
know?
whoa, whoa.
I'm
Well,
wearing
because-
VR headset. Maybe it's a huge VR headset. Maybe I'm in the ocean right now.
Wow, wait, what
All right,
type
well,
of
let's
whale
move
are
on.
you?
Let's find out. Mike the Gun, let me ask you, what are you doing to prepare if the whale should suddenly come ashore to start a new life?
Oh, I'm firing up the barbecue.
Firing up. Whoa. Whoa, everybody. Wow. That guy doesn't mess around, does he?
Firing up the
Okay.
barbecue,
All
eh?
right, cool. We get it. All right. Everybody, mental note. All right. If Mike the Gun survives tonight, you maybe don't want to mess with him in Altspace. Just, kind of give him a wide berth right there because he's apparently, he's got plans. All right. Now, how about you, Lori? What are you doing to prepare if this should happen?
I'm probably gonna take to the skies.
You're going to take to the skies. Well, they left the ocean and you left the land. It kind of makes sense. All right. That tracks everybody. I like that. All right. Now, what we're going to ask you to do, our volunteer contestants, we're going to ask you all to turn around because it's super creepy and it preserves the sanctity of the Shark Time vote. All right. Now, our voting system is broken at the moment. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use these three fences to indicate
It's
who we're voting
broken?
for. All right.
It's broken?
We are working on fixing it. We do need you to turn around there, Moby. No peeking. All right. Any
Guys,
attempts
just
to
remember,
cheat
people
immediately disqualify
remember.
you from this event, and we're told that's excessive. You keep doing that sound. Do you think that plays with the audience? Moby? All right, well, let's see. If you're going to support Mike the Gun, stand behind this fence right here. If you like the musical stylings of Moby, stand behind this fence right here. And if you like Lori's, please stand behind this fence on the side. All right, now let's check in with our volunteers to see how they think they're doing. Moby,
You want to cook away?
how do you think you're doing?
I feel like I've got a few woo 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 woos in my pocket right now.
I see. Okay. Do you think you have a lot of supporters out there?
Oh,
I hope so.
You hope so. Okay, well, you keep hoping that. Hang on, let's check in with our other volunteers. Lori, how do you think it's going for you? How do you think you're doing?
I think pretty good. It's the
Pretty good.
it seems like the most logical
Let me
answer.
It does.
My
it does seem like
neck
you're doing
hurts.
Okay. All right, let's see who else. Now, Mike the Gun, how do you think you're doing?
I think I've got three people. I think I've got somebody that brings the coals. I think that I've got somebody that's going to bring a knife and somebody that's got a lighter. So three people at least.
I see. Let me have a look. I think you're doing a little bit better than that, Mike. I do. It's got to be the name. All right, let's see. Now, Moby, you're still going on,
yeah.
huh? Now, let me ask you
I
something.
really wish at least one person.
wish. I see.
I
Okay.
just said I love them in my
I see. Well,
language.
let me ask you something. All right, I'm interested in your whale communication here, but let me ask you: do you have any plans later?
I wish I could meet people and have fun and just.
I see. Well, let me ask you this: does anybody know where you are right now? It's the most important question we hear that we ask you. It's at Shark Time.
Does anyone know where I am right now?
Anybody in the
Depends
real
on what
world
you're
where
about
you
to do to me.
Well, why do you say they the type to press charges? Think.
I'm not gonna press charges because you're so
I see.
sweet.
Anybody you know
I mean,
would press charges?
Uh,
Anything like that?
no
Contact
one
Altspace
knows
support.
no one knows of a whale, so I'm fine.
Oh, excellent. Okay, all right, good.
This is
All right,
good.
so what we're gonna do is give us a good scream on the way out. All right, Mr. Producer, if you would do the honors and help us out here and give us a good scream on the way out, you're gonna find it helps the experience. There you go. Oh, excellent. Hey, everybody, good news. We have an opening here on It's Shark Time if anyone else would like to be on the show and help feed my friends tonight. All right, so let's have a look at our menu and see if we have anybody else that we can call up to the stage. Let's see, who do we have here? Looks like we have, let's see. We have somebody else from the UK because it's in their name. We have Krista UK. Krista, you out there?
Hey.
You are. I want you to come on up to the stage. Let's take a moment to get to know you here, so the audience can know what you're all about. Right. Now let me ask you. Oh, actually, everybody, if you could mix it up so you don't show how you voted. I think we've already turned around here. Yeah, we have. We kind of messed that one up. All right. You don't hold it against them how they vote, though. I'm told people don't like that. All right, now, Krista, let me ask you something. I'd ask where you're from, but it's in your name. You're from the UK,
Yeah.
yes?
I
All right,
am.
cool. All right, how long you been around Altspace for?
Cool people.
About 3 years.
Cool guys.
3 years.
Wow.
Wow, you've been around for a long time. Have you ever been to any of our events before?
You went up on your own.
A few.
Go.
A few. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, this is awkward. Have you ever been to the show before? This show?
Yes.
You have. Okay. And what do you think? And you still come out? You still came on?
Yeah.
Really? What's gone wrong
What
in your life?
evidence?
We need to know.
Well, I need to get him down.
Oh, I see. You've got it out for Mike Gunn. All right, I respect that.
Yeah.
Come on up. All right, just come on up this ramp right here. Let's get you all set up over Buster. All right. Here we are, everybody. Let's get you in position here. And just stand on this yellow X right here. There you go. All right, make yourself comfortable. All right, there you are. Now, let me ask you something. Do you consent to this?
Yes.
And you do realize it's legally binding in all over the world, in all the places.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, you're all good. All right, excellent. So let's move into our second round. All right, now this time let's start out with with Lori. How about you, Lori? You ready for your question?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good, excellent. All right, well, last year, as I mentioned earlier, if you were here during the introduction, I mentioned that last year we held this holiday camp event in Altspace, and we had a really good time. We liked doing it, so I began scouting new locations to have it in this year, and we found this really cool mountaintop. It's kind of cold, but I think it's going to work. The only problem is the locals tell me that there's a Yeti there, which apparently is some kind of Bigfoot type creature. And we're wondering, I mean, because listen, I understand they kind of avoid people. We're only going to be there for the day, so probably not a big deal, right? Was wrong, right? Do you think we're going to get in trouble with the admins?
Get him off.
Hmm.
I'm done.
I don't think
You
so.
know, something happens.
We if we befriend it, maybe it'll be friendly with us.
Maybe. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let me ask you. You know, like, what do you think? How should we? What do you think we should do about it if something goes down?
What do Yetis like to eat?
Oh,
Can
I
you give it
see.
some food?
So offer him the audience and then just run for it, and just hope it
Yeah,
works
sure.
out with the
That
admins.
sounds good.
All right, cool. All right, I get it. All right, Krista, how about you? If a Yeti should get involved in our holiday event this year, how do you think we should handle it?
That doesn't work.
All right, hang on a second, Moby. I'm gonna need to ask you to stop doing the sound thing if you don't mind. You're standing right under our camera, and and I'd really appreciate it. Okay, that'd be
Sorry.
great. Thank you. All right, now
We'll
Krista,
be back
what
soon.
do you- what should we do?
I want to be back in this.
I think we should just wine and dine it like a proper English gentleman / lady and take
Oh,
it
I
out
see.
and take it for some fish and chips, basically.
I see. Okay, so we should feed it, be friendly toward it. Do you think if
Yeah.
something should go wrong, do you think we'll get in any kind of trouble with the admins?
I have heard some of them are quite strict, so yeah, probably. But I
Yeah,
think if that happens,
maybe.
we kind of just push them into the same room with it, and then just shut the door, and then hope for the best
Oh,
and let natural
so
selection
maybe
take
this
its
Yeti's the answer to all of our problems in Altspace.
Shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeti
Yeah, I
for
like it.
freedom.
Yeah, oh, the audience likes it too. Look at all those emojis, Krista. You're
Yeti
doing
for
great.
freedom, guys.
Yeah, there you go. Now, Mike the Gun, how about you? If something goes down, what should we do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite that Yeti to a barbecue and tell him where I know where there's this huge whale.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so you're tying it back to the first bit. That's pretty clever. Now, do you think we'll get in any kind of trouble with the admins? Anything? should go
Absolutely
wrong?
not. I know them all by name. It's fine.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay, so you'll hook us up. All right, there we go. All
No
right, very
problem.
nice. All
Don't
right.
worry about it.
All right, now you all have a sense of our volunteers, so I think maybe we should take it on the road. Everybody. Let's see how we're doing. So we could ask our volunteer contestants to turn around and
Can I-
face that back wall because it's
Yeah,
super
turn
creepy
around,
and it
guys.
protects the
Can I- can I
sanctity
go-
of the sharp time vote. All right, and no peeking, everybody. All right, now if you support Mike the Gun, stand behind this fence right here. If you'd like to see Krista survive, stand behind this middle fence right here. And if you want to see Lori survive, stand behind this fence right here. And while you all get into position, I'm going to check in with our volunteer contestants and see how they're doing. All right, Mike the Gun, how do you think you're doing tonight?
Well, I've got 3 people coming to my barbecue already, and the Yeti's number 4. So hopefully there's 4 people behind me.
Okay, I see. All right, so there you go. All right, excellent. All right, yeah, I think you're doing pretty well. How about you, Krista? How do you think you're doing?
Well, I nicked the invites to Mike the Gun's barbecue, so I'm hoping they will come to mine instead.
Oh, I see. And well, I mean, it looks like you have a lot of support out there. It's doing good. That's
I
excellent.
hope so.
How about you, Lori? How do you think you're doing?
I've just realized offering the audience to the Yeti as a meal might not have been the best idea.
Yeah, it might not have been a good move. You might have lost some supporters along the way. Let me ask you, do you have any plans later?
Oh no.
Oh no. No, not particularly.
Oh, that's good news. Does anybody know where you are right now?
Oh no.
No.
No. Oh, that's good news. Oh, we like to hear that. That's our favorite answer here in the Shark Time. All right. Well, do me a favor and give us a good scream on your way out. We're told that really helps the process. You've been a lot of fun. We want to thank you for playing.
Oh no.
Hope you come back
Okay.
and see us again. Oh, he's gone already. There we go. Oh, wow. That was quick. Thank you, Mrs. Producer. Very quick on the draw. That's excellent. Very good news. All right. Now, if everybody could mix up how they voted, go ahead and scatter. And when you get where you're going, start waving your hands around like this, okay? And now we can ask our volunteer contestants to turn around right now, so you won't see how anyone voted. All right. And now you can see everybody waving their hands back and forth because that looks amazing. Right? Look at that. That's so cool. All right, everyone. So listen, we're about to move into our third round. And as we do so, you may have noticed when you came in that you may have seen that we have a Patreon sign up. We
Thank
also
you.
have a Buy Us a Coffee link over here. And that's because we are trying to raise funds to put on more interactive experiences for all of you, get some new equipment in here. And also a portion of what we collect, we give to the Bimini Shark Lab, which is an organization that does great work. They raise awareness about some of the horrific things like shark finning and some of the environmental challenges that face sharks in our oceans today. We recently were able to adopt our first shark that we named Sharky after my friend and co-host Sharky. And now there's a real world shark that's swimming around in the ocean that's protected and made possible by all of you and all of your support. We want to thank you for that and for coming out to our shows. And those of you that subscribe to a YouTube channel, listen, we like you just a little bit better. And if you are watching it on YouTube tonight, please go ahead and press that like button. And, if you subscribe, it helps a lot. All right, cool. We got that out of the way, everybody. Now we're going to move on to our third round. All right, you're all ready for this? Let's see here. Now we've got 2 volunteer contestants remaining, but we only need 1. So we got to get to the bottom of this, and let's find out. Let's start out with you, Krista. Are you ready for your question?
Sorry.
Are you ready for your question, Krista?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Excellent. All right. Let's see here.
Born ready.
All right. Now, let's see. Now it's feedback time. All right. Now, if you survive, all right, Buster, that is directly beneath you. He's not going to get to eat. All right, and we won't. Let's just see fair.
Not really, but I feel like I would have offered him my legs, but I
see.
can't.
You don't have.
So
them. Yeah.
no, and
get that.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, he could have had
All right.
them, and we could have had a compromise. But
I see.
I think we could chop Mike in half and share it between these 2, though. I think that would be
I
good
see.
because that'd be fair then, and I could just
I see.
be the winner because I'm British and female, and it'd be fair. Like
I see. I see. Yes.
I'll play
All
the
right.
card.
Well,
Play the
next
card.
part here. All right. Here, okay. Now, when you woke up this morning, do you think the day would end like this?
Oh, what of of Mike going down there? Yeah, I think it would end like that. That's
I
what I
see.
woke up this morning hoping for.
I
So
see.
you guys can make
okay.
this. You guys can make my dream come true. Okay?
Now, on a scale of 1 to 5, how will you rate your experience with us here today?
Oh, at least a 10.
At least a 10. Okay. Don't follow the rules. Got that. All right. Good. Good to know.
5.
And finally, would you recommend this experience to a friend?
1,000,000%. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for your
Just saying.
feedback. All right, Mike the Gun, are you ready? It's feedback time.
I'm ready.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, let me ask you. All right. If you survive tonight, Fang's not going to get to eat. Is that fair to you? Does that seem fair to you?
Not really, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Along with all my friends here and the whale and the Yeti, I'm going to take some hot sauce with me, and I'm going to feed something to that shark.
But
it
we
won't
normally
be-
have seasoning.
but it won't
yeah,
be
that's
Krista.
probably a good plan. I see.
It won't be
see.
Krista. I won't do that to Krista.
Okay.
That's a terrible thing to do.
All right, I see. Oh, it's terrible, is it? Wow. You
Awful
just said
thing to
the
do. I
premise
won't
of
do
our
that.
entire show is terrible. Just remember that.
No,
when
no,
you
no,
vote,
no, no, no,
everybody.
no. I'm saying,
Okay.
I'm
All
saying
right.
it would be cruel to let Krista go to the shark.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Someone's
All right.
sucking
So
up
then you
here.
think it should be you, Mike?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I
but I
see.
think that
All right. A
I
little
think
bit
we've
of
got.
confusion here. All right. Well,
Well,
let
let
me
me
ask you. When
explain.
you
Let
woke
me
up this
explain.
morning. Okay, you go ahead and explain.
Let me explain. We've got
Yes.
a huge whale that we can give the shark, and we've got a Yeti if we really need it.
I see. Okay.
might
Well,
be
it's
16.
nice to have options. When you woke up this morning,
some hot
did you
sauce.
think it would end up like this?
Get rid of this guy.
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. All
This
right.
is
Well,
this is
on a
better than
scale of
my
1 to 5,
expectations.
how would you rate your experience with us here today?
Oh yeah, for sure, 10.
Okay, good. Nobody can hear the 5 thing. That's clear. All right. Now, let me ask you finally, would you recommend this experience to a friend?
This exceeds my expectations, so most
Oh, I
definitely.
see. Oh, excellent. That's good to know. All right. Well, thank you for your feedback. That's awesome. But, I still feel that we need more here. We do. All right. And we're going to give our audience a chance to win the prize kit tonight because we are trying to give away as many as possible before we rotate out to the next kit. So if you haven't won, get ready. All right. Because so now what we're going to do is let's see how we're going to manage this tonight. And we're going to call this a bonus round time. Someone in our audience, they could win a prize kit of their very own. And now what we're going to need you to do, we'll start out with you, Mike, since we still have you from before. All right. We're going to ask you to, without actually naming what it is, all right, we want you to give us a clue about something you might find in the ocean. Just one clue to start out with.
Something you might find in the ocean. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yes.
I'll give you some sign language which will show you what you might find in the ocean.
All right. That counts as a clue.
Because I
What do you
learned some
got?
sign language from somebody on Altspace. This is what you
Okay.
might find in the ocean.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Did anybody get that? If you'd like to take a guess, Mike the Gun meant just raise your hand like there. Anybody willing to take a guess? Anybody? All right. Let's see. We got hands up here. Let's see. M Apples. What do you think?
A starfish.
Is it a starfish?
That's exactly what it is.
All
Starfish.
right. All right. Very cool. All right. Excellent. All right. And you got that from the sign language, M Apples. You did. All right. Well, that's incredible.
Awesome.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay. All right. Very cool. All right. So now listen, tonight you're going to get a friend request. If Mrs. Producer will take note of your username, you're going to get a friend request from the Sharky himself. All you have to do is accept that friend request, and shortly after that, you're going to receive a 12-piece world building kit. It's got an aquarium theme.
Gotcha.
It's really cool. We're going to hope you enjoy it. Okay?
Wow.
There you go. All right. Now, let's see. Now, also, we have Krista UK. Now, Krista, I want you to think about something that you might find in the ocean and give out one clue to start out with. We're going to see if our audience can guess.
Come on, Chris.
Mm.
Come on, Mommy.
Come on, Chris.
But we're yelling out your name in the
Squidgy.
audience.
Come on, Mommy Milk.
Squidgy.
It's Squidgy. I see.
Squidgy.
That's her clue. Okay. All right. Does anybody want to take a guess about what that could be? Anybody? All right. Let's see. We got Neo Gets. Neo Gets. What's your guess?
Jellyfish.
Is it a jellyfish?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. Now, Neo, you've already won a prize kit, so maybe you could select somebody from our audience. Just raise your hand up if you'd like a chance to win the prize kit if you haven't yet received one, and Neo will go ahead and pick you out. What do you think, Neo? Who should get it? You're gonna give it to Moby. All right, Mr. Producer, if you take note of Moby's
Very
username,
nice.
it's very
Okay.
complicated. It's
Producer,
Moby.
Sorry.
Moby.
Which is, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, all this talk of whales, that's an interesting name. Now I understand why you could speak whales.
Ah.
Yeah, surprised I didn't get that earlier. Yeah, wow. Yeah, rethink. Okay. Oh, by the way, how's Ahab doing these days?
Hello.
Ahab doing okay?
Yes, all right.
All right, good. Oh, good to hear. All right, well, you're going to receive a friend request from Sharky sometime tonight, and all you have to do is accept that friend request, and shortly after that, you're going to receive your own 12-piece world building kit. All right, there we go. All right, now it looks like we're getting toward the end of our show, but I think we need to make a little bit more of an effort to, kind of like narrow this down. So let's ask them one more question here. All right, let's start out with you, Krista. Krista, are you ready?
Yes.
Well, musical events are an integral part of the Altspace experience. So you're going to need, some dance moves of your own, and we're going to give our audience a chance to really see what you bring to the party. You happen to be
Oh,
there.
yeah.
All right. So let's see what you have, Krista. Let's hear it. Let's
Okay.
see it, rather.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, ready?
Ready? Yes.
Let's go.
There we go. Okay. All right. Got some moves there. Look at that, everybody. That's working. That's pretty good. Let's see here.
Very good.
All right. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Relax.
All right. That looks like that would work at an Altspace event. What do you think, everybody? This is good, right? All right. Now, how about you, Mike? Let's see what you have.
Here, go on, Mike.
This is exactly what I've got. You ready?
Mike.
Yes, we're ready. I see.
This
I
is
see.
me. This is me
Uh-huh.
buying everyone a drink at the bar.
Oh, I see. All right, so not much of a dancer, everybody, but apparently there will be drinks. All right, so keep that in mind during the voting process. All right, but Mike, let me ask you something. All right, let me ask you, why is it you think you deserve to live more than Krista?
Do you know, it's a real tough one. I think it's just got to do with personality, money, and barbecues with hot sauce.
Personality.
I see. You're really into this whole barbecue thing, aren't you?
Well, do you know what? I'm just going with it. I think that's the thing to do.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. And now,
I love
Krista, let me
you,
ask you.
Woody.
All right, why
Yeah.
is it that you deserve to survive more than Mike the Gun?
You the best.
Well, I think just having heard his answer speaks for itself, really.
I see.
You
Yeah,
know,
okay. Well,
I-
apparently the
I
answer
just-
is obvious, everyone. Yes.
It is
No, it's
obvious.
so obvious
You know
that
the
maybe-
answer, guys.
We should go ahead and
I
take a
love you.
vote and see how we do.
That
Yes, I think
dancing,
that'll-
dancing though, you
Of
know.
course.
It was
The
good.
dancing,
It was
yeah.
good.
There was
Yeah,
the
I
dancing
liked it.
thing. Yeah, we all remember the dancing thing and the threats, and then talking about
Yeah.
other events. There's all kinds of things. We had a good time. We did. All right. So let's take a vote now, shall we? So if our volunteer contestants can go ahead and turn around and face that back wall. All right. There we go.
Turn
Now,
around.
if you support Krista, go ahead and stand behind this fence right here. And if you support Mike the Gun, go ahead and stand on this side over here. Right. And let's check in with our volunteers and see how they think we're doing.
Oh no,
Mike the Gun,
I
you think
wasn't
you're gonna
here
take it
long
tonight?
enough.
I think the audience knows what they should do.
I'm sorry.
I
haven't
see.
said anything.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, I gave some very clear instructions. I think they know too. Okay.
I
All right, there we
think
go.
so.
Now, Krista, what do you think? How do you think you're doing?
I'm hoping I'm doing okay. I feel like if I'm not, it's because he's got some sort of theme going on and some vendetta, and he's obviously paid people. But if it's obviously if they're behind me, then
Well,
they haven't
bribery's
really
allowed
fun.
here. We encourage it actually.
Well, in that
Bribe
case,
everybody in the
guys,
audience
just
is
send me your
totally fine.
PayPal's and get behind me, okay? Send me your PayPal's.
Oh, there we go. All right. So she's offering money. Everybody, keep
We're in.
that in mind. Yeah,
Get
I
in,
see.
get
All right,
in.
let's take a look here. Just stay in your positions here while we evaluate. I think, Mr. Producer, what do you think? Do you think Fang's gonna have a nice night tonight?
I think if we weren't already on the bottom, the ship would tip over. That's what I think.
Yeah. I think so. Well, actually, Buster's gonna have the good night. I think. All right. Now,
Yeah.
Krista, let me ask you something. Does anybody know where you are right now?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anybody willing to press charges? You think?
My fiance's in the crowd.
Fiance's in the crowd. Hold on one second. Would Krista's fiance raise their hand, please? Let me see. Raise their hand. All right. Hang on one second. All right. Let me see.
Could hear the word
That would be
traitor,
you,
Gavin.
All right, Moby, that's you.
Not Moby.
All right, Moby's your fiance, Krista. Is that right? No. Okay, so Moby's raising his hand. Moby's lying.
Moby, stop it.
Right there. All right, Gav. Gav, let me ask you something. Are you the type to press charges?
Absolutely.
You are. Okay, but you're aware that Krista consented to this. I'm just following the rules, man. You're not going to hold it against me, are you?
Do a version,
No,
please,
you're
mate.
you're good. We're good. All right, give me a fist bump. You're okay with this? Okay. All right. Good. Excellent news. All right, Krista, let me ask you something. How do you feel now that Gav's thrown you under a bus?
That's true.
You devastated? You devastated? Oh, well, apparently. Oh, well. I've just created a relationship problem. I'm sorry. All right, but apparently, yeah. So this is going to happen, Krista. Mr. Producer can go ahead and do this. Give us a good scream on your way out. And if you wouldn't mind yelling, I consented to this, that would help the experience.
Very good, hummingbird.
There you go. Excellent. All right. Well, Mike the Gun, it appears that you are our winner tonight. So if you'd follow me down here. All right, come on down here. All right, right this way. Right here. Right. Now, if you'd stand right in front of this bridge right here and face me. There we go. We're going to get your picture, and that's going to go out on our Twitter. All right, stand right there, and that's good. All right, now if everybody can kind of come together here, we're going to take a nice picture, throw up all the emojis that you can. Let me see all those emojis going. I see Krista's giving it to Gav right now. All right, I created some problems there. Sorry about that. We're going to take your picture in 3. Everyone yell out at Shark Time. 2. It's Shark Time.
Shark time.
There we go. All right, everybody. All right, now listen, our next show is going to be this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Your main menu. Every once in a while, we do a pop-up event. Now, looks like we have
Michael
a bit of
Forrest?
time left, so-
Yeah,
Can hear you.
he's not on megaphone.
What happened now?
Michael
Not
Forrest?
on megaphone.
Can't hear you.
Michael,
Here we go.
Michael Forrest?
Mr. Producer, did you take me off megaphone? Is that what happened there?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Okay. Apparently, we're going to have to talk after the show, everybody. All right. Quick question. How many of you have seen our new sea bus? Yes. Somebody said hey. Who said hey? Who said hey? Is it M Apples?
Yeah, I was just going to ask. I don't know how to build worlds, so the prize you gave me, can I give it to Krista for?
Can we give it to Krista? Actually, can we do that, Mr. Producer?
Aw.
M Apples doesn't know how to
Sure
build
can.
worlds yet.
No
All right,
problem.
why don't we give it to
I've only
both of
been
them,
on
Mr.
the-
Producer?
been
You
on
know,
here a
I was
couple
thinking
of
the
weeks.
same thing. That sounds great.
All right, let's do that. We're going to give it to both of you. We're going to give you one M Apples because eventually you're going to learn how to build worlds and you may regret that decision. And we're going to give one to Krista UK also, okay? How many of
Oh,
you
that's very
have seen our sea bus? Anybody seen our sea bus, that big submarine on the back of the aquadrome? You guys seen that yet? All right. How many of you have not seen it? Put your hands up if you haven't had the experience yet, if you haven't seen it yet. Anybody?
You've not
We
seen
got only a few people. All right. I'm wondering if we should show it if the majority of you have already seen it. You know what? We are working on getting this thing moving. So fair warning, it doesn't go anywhere. We're having trouble with the docking clamps not letting go. All right. But it is going to move. Eventually, we are going to be working on achieving this. I'd like to show it to you all if you haven't yet seen it. So all you have to do is just follow me out of the airlock in the back. You'll see a door right there. So come on, everybody. Let's go. And thanks for coming to a Shark Tank. See you